Come hang and decorate my trinket shelf with me. I've only been talking about it the last 6 months. I finally found my typesetting drawer, so it just needs cleaned up, and I think I'm going to take out some of these little dividers so I have some bigger areas to put trinkets in. The area I have in mind is in my family room. There's this giant white space when you first come down the stairs. I think it'll go perfect there. It is very tall and skinny, so I think I might need to hang something next to it as well. But while I'm looking at that, I need to mark areas that my husband needs to cut out. I have a lot of larger trinkets and I have a lot of these little spaces. They do kind of go into the next, as you can see, and so I'm going to try and leave the outside ones alone and try to cut out some of the inner areas. Any one with a black X, my husband's going to cut out so I have bigger areas to put my trinkets. And after looking at it, I think I'm going to mark that one as well. When I finally found the typesetting drawer, I was very upset because it's only about 1 inch deep, so a lot of the trinkets I had in mind aren't going to work, but I still have a good handful. My husband just got a little saw, I think, and then just cut those sections out, and then he cleaned them up for me. And I realized I had the perfect thing to hang next to it. I'm so glad I found a spot for these. So my husband cleaned it up for me and hung them for me. I know he was more likely to help me just because it's Mother's Day, but I'll take it. We left the drawer handle on there and the little label about what font it was. I went through my trinkets and pulled any that would sit on a 1-inch shelf. So let's get started. Another issue I came across were things just being too tall. I only have so many tall sections, so I had to put them, in the taller areas. This one I decided to move down just so you could see the flower on top. This was the perfect size for one of these long, awkward shaped ones. I tried to move it away from the other pink one. And now that I'm starting to put things in here, I kind of have an idea, like this is a perfect size, even though his tail's missing. But it's the perfect size, and so I can continue to look for items more of that size. And as well as these little thimbles. I did end up moving that top right one. The little sewing measuring tape I found went perfectly, again, in one of those longer, awkward ones. And my little 10-cent wooden spool also worked really well. I unfortunately have a lot of pink items on the bottom, but they just don't fit anywhere else. So I'm definitely going to have to start separating those if I can, or adding some pink to the upper part. This one sticks out a little bit. It's a little bit deeper than 1 inch, so I wanted to put it up against the edge so it's a little bit more sturdy. This one is also a little over 1 inch thick. I tried laying it on its side. It didn't work. And so basically I just had the idea of taking them and putting them separately up there. And then the base, I'll just try and put something in there. You'll see, it'll work out. I did actually make this from one of my kits, so I am trying to put it away from the eye because I don't want anyone looking too closely. I put a little stork photo in this frame. It was an old postcard I didn't know what to do with, so I thought this would be a cool kind of kitschy way to frame it. Love this piece so much. I hate putting all the kind of framing things in one area, but unfortunately, that's just kind of where they were fitting. I did use a 3M on that mirror and put it up so I can still put something else on that shelf. This little spoon rest is just so cute and perfect. I did end up putting a 3M on that as well, and I think I'm going to look for a little spoon to put on there. These I got from Shein. They're tiny little books, and so I put those on the shelves as well. And here we go. What do we think? I have a lot of spaces left and I cannot wait to find more items to put on here. I do give you a closer look. I have 2 other trinket shelves in the house, and so I will show you those in a separate video. But which item is your favorite? I will also show you all of the trinkets that I collected that are just too big for this, that I clearly need to get another trinket shelf for. What do you guys think of the overall look? It really kind of fits my family room vibe.